5 years we weren't, so I apologize. Thank you, Kathy. All right. I'd like to remind the board, the cabinet presenters and speakers to the following things when attending the meeting. Slow down when speaking, project your voice, speak directly into the microphone, mute your microphone when you are not speaking, and please do not speak over others. At this time, are there any comments from the audience on agenda or non-agenda items? Thank you. At this time,
able to join the meeting.
okay.
It's not letting me join the meeting.
Sorry about our technical difficulties.
Oh, it's saying
How about those Dodgers? And we're wearing Dodger blue tonight to recognize Anderson. How about Shohei Ohtani? He's amazing. Mm.
it doesn't show that I'm in the meeting, does it? Let me do that.
Okay, we can go on and try to.
I'll try to figure it out.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask the board to consider appointing clerk or board member Burris to be our temporary clerk. I agree. Okay, do I have consensus?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. You'll be there. You'll be there. Okay. At this time, I need to confer with the superintendent. What are we doing? Are we? All right. I apologize. We thought that we would be switching the agenda a little bit tonight, but the board will be going to closed session. I don't anticipate us being gone more than about 15 minutes. You can time me if you like. Be fun. You guys can take a pool, see if I'm right. So at this time, the board will move into closed session at 5:03. Before we go into closed session, we will be meeting in closed session to discuss personal matters governance code 54957.1. Anticipated litigation governance code 54956.9 and public employee performance evaluation superintendent governance code 54957. I already asked. Okay, at that, we'll go into closed session at 5:03. Okay. The board met in closed session for the following citations: Personal Matters Governance Code 54957.1, anticipated litigation 54956.9, and Public Employee Performance Evaluation Superintendent Governance Code 54957. Superintendent Castro.
Thank you, President Coronado. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce a fabulous fifth grade student from William Anderson Elementary School. And this young man is the student body president at Anderson, and he is also a member of the Superintendent's Leadership Council. And he always challenged the superintendent with wonderful ideas and questions. And Dr. Ho, this is the young man that asked about fundraising, in case you need a face to the name. So Derek, just know I did bring your concern up to the CBO. And I would like to welcome him and his principal, Mr. Kevin Coronet, to the podium. Turn on your mic.
Let's try that again. All right. Good evening, President Coronado, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Castro, Cabinet, and our many guests at home and here in person. As Superintendent Castro mentioned, I'm Kevin Coronet, the proud principal of Anderson Elementary. I'm here to introduce our fifth grade president, Derek Ramirez. In lieu of providing a detailed background of his many accomplishments, I'm going to share a quick story that truly highlights the leadership that Derek brings to our Anderson community. So fun fact, Derek earned 100 splash slips earlier this year through our PBIS incentives for the sole purpose of securing the most expensive item in our splash store, which is lunch with the principal. That's me. And yeah, we can clap for that. That's a lot of splash slips. So once he earned that prize, he went to redeem it. Derek's executive assistant met with my office manager, and we scheduled a time that worked for the both of us. Derek showed up with his school lunch. I offered some bubbly water, some snacks. He very quickly but respectfully declined. We took seats. I said, Derek, what do you want to do? This is a first for me. You want to ask me some questions, or we can watch some soccer highlights maybe? And Derek said, Mr. Cornett, we have very little time today. I'd appreciate it if we got straight to business. Yeah. He opened up his notebook and he said, number one, Mr. Cornett, what's the status of the soccer goals for the field? At that point, I just handed him the keys to the school and my walkie-talkie. You'll be in good hands.
Wait, give him your badge.
Yeah. Without further ado, Derek's going to provide some comments for us tonight and lead us in the flag salute.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Derek Ramirez, and I just want to start by saying thank you, Mr. Cornett, for inviting me, and thank you to all the teachers who have been supporting me and to being here today. Being student council president has been such an amazing experience. One of the first things I introduced was homework passes to help students take a break when they need it and to spend more time with their families. I also help bring in soccer goals so we can all stay active and have more fun during recess. One project I am really proud of was organizing a coin drive to support those affected by the LA fires, including our brave firefighters. And most recently, I am working on a Go Green Week to encourage recycling and help us all take better care of our planet. I am super thankful for the support of student council and everyone at Anderson. This school has taught me so much, and I am proud of being a part of a place that truly follows the Dolphin Way. It has truly been an honor to serve as student council president, being a member of the DIVE team, our PBIS team, and represent our school on the superintendent leadership council. Thank you all for taking your time to be here today. It is a real pleasure meeting you. Now, everyone, please stand. Place your right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We continue to hope and pray. Derek, may I invite you to the well of the boardroom, please? But you know, before I do that, I'm here for a minute. Could you come around, please? I have never done this before in my entire life. So the board doesn't even know what I'm doing. Would you sit here, please?
Oh.
I see this.
Yeah.
Now stand up,
Mhm.
and would you move, please?
I told him.
So we need to take photos of him sitting in the presidency and in the superintendency. So would you come back, please? Oh.
Very important.
Cool. Why don't you help me with that? Okay,
Sitting, so she can get a good picture of you being the.
now I'm gonna be in this photo.
And just for the record, I told him that when I retire, I'm ready to hand over the keys of the district to him, so.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little side crack
Yeah.
here? Okay, thank you.
So-
So take a picture of my superintendent, and we'll do that later. Okay, comes. You can be in the picture.
Yeah,
You can just be in the picture.
I'll be your staff worker.
Yeah.
I'm support staff. Thank you.
I promise, Derek, I've never done, oh, so very quickly, Derek, because we have a time crunch here. This is given to you, and let's walk together, as the president says.
Well, I gotta shake your hand.
Future President of the United States.
Your mouth.
I believe it.
Good. And your mom, please, and your principal. Or you have it, but it's up to you. About, our American flag, and you can read that. Oh,
Sister.
That's sister.
So tonight is a very timely meeting, and I'm so glad that Derek is here with his team from Anderson. I'm sorry, Mr. Cornett's team from Anderson. See, there I go. Be careful, Kevin. Future team, because we have some special guests, and it wasn't planned, it just happened to happen that today was Anderson Spotlight School. But we did reach out to share the fabulous news that Anderson Elementary School received a California Distinguished School Recognition of the state of California. So this is the highest honor that a public school can receive, and they did it by closing achievement gaps of our marginalized students. And the state looked at our data and decided to give us that award. So we have some very special guests in the audience today, and I'm so excited because I do believe that as field reps, you work with a lot of politicians and servant leaders, and I know that one day Derek will be in one of your offices. So I'm not sure where you all will be, but he might be your boss because I know he'll be mine. So at this time, I'd like to ask President Coronado if she can introduce our special guests, and they have recognitions for Anderson School. And then we'll hand over the mic back to Mr. Coronet, who's going to share a presentation with us about the fabulous things happening at our school.
Is the representative for Assembly Member Tina McKinnon here? Please. Haley, isn't it?
That's my business card.
You call me when you're ready. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Haley Hutt here representing Assemblymember Tina McKinnon, who represents Lawndale, Hawthorne, Lenox, Del Air, and some unincorporated areas, as well as Westchester, Playa del Rey, Marina del Rey, Venice, and LAX. So we cover a large area, and this is one of William Anderson is one of 6 schools in our district that has gotten this award. So congratulations. And the Assemblywoman Could not be more proud of her district and the leadership and all that you all are doing for our students. And I commend you teachers because I know it's not easy to work with kids and I don't have any kids my own, but I commend you for the work that you do because when I'm with my nieces and nephews, it's mayhem. So thank you so much for the work that you do and congratulations. Your focus on demonstrating excellence and growth in academic achievement and ensuring a positive school climate is to be commended. On behalf of the 61st Assembly District, best wishes and for continued success in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ho. Supervisor Holly Mitchell's representative, Ara.
Good evening, President Coronado, Superintendent Castro, Board, and I appreciate everyone coming here to this meeting. And on behalf of Supervisor Holly Mitchell, I would like to congratulate the school district and William Anderson Elementary School for 2025 California Distinguished School. And we know that COVID was a difficult time for all of us, so for a school to get this recognition is amazing. So I want to appreciate Principal Mr. Cornett. Yeah, he's great, isn't he? Can we give a round of applause to him? Yeah, thank you. We appreciate him, the staff, the teachers, educators, students, and family that make this recognition a reality. So thank you so much. And I want to give a shout out to Superintendent Castro, Liliana, who have been an amazing partner with our office. So, to William Anderson Elementary School. With sincere congratulations and best wishes, the Board of Supervisors of the County of Los Angeles does hereby join in your celebration, signed by Supervisor Holly Mitchell. Thank you.
Is the representative for Congresswoman Maxine Waters here? There she is. Could you please give me your name?
Hello, my name is Asia Evelyn, and I'm the casework manager in Congresswoman Maxine Waters' district office. And I'm a product of a California Distinguished School as well, so I was very, very happy to be here. And I know how much work goes into this. This is a certificate of special recognition presented to William Anderson Elementary School on the occasion of being honored by the Lawndale Elementary School District for having been designated a 2025 Distinguished School by the California Department of Education. You have demonstrated significant growth in academic achievement and are being recognized for your commitment to educational excellence. I extend congratulations and best wishes for continued success in service to our young people. Signed by Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Member of Congress for the 43rd Congressional District of California on the 17th day of April 2025. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And our state assemblywoman, Laura Richardson, can't be here tonight, but so I apologize. Thank you, Senator. Laura Richardson can't be here today. Mr. Ochoa represents her office, but I understand this, you can't. No, I'm gonna ask you to. Mr. Ochoa, I'm gonna allow our superintendent. Would you stand with her, please, though? Yeah. To represent the office. Thank you. We hope you're all there at the dedication of the seal or whatever we decide to do at the
Thank you so
ceremony.
much. This is for from Laura Richardson, Senator Laura Richardson, member of the Senate 35th District, California State Legislature. And it is a certificate of recognition for William Anderson Elementary. And it says, whereas Californians desire few things more strongly than the opportunity to send their children to fine schools where they, okay, I don't know if I can do this.
Come on, drink water.
Sorry.
She needs a bottle of water.
I'm very proud of you guys. Very proud of you. It's a big moment for all of us. Okay, well, get it together, Virginia. All right. Derek, don't judge me. This would never happen to you. Encouraged to succeed are held to high standards of academic excellence, and whereas teaching children to adhere to a high standard for academic excellence and encouraging children to succeed in education is a key element in the equation for ensuring a future high quality of life within the community. And whereas it is particularly important to recognize these schools that rise to the challenge and display excellence. And whereas the California Department of Education's Distinguished School Award was established to honor schools that have demonstrated educational excellence for all students and progress in narrowing the achievement gaps, visionary and collaborative leadership, implementation of state-adopted standards, a strong core curriculum, teaching strategies that provide challenging learning experiences for all students, learning support services for those with special needs, support for students learning through family involvement and partnerships, a learning environment that communicates the importance of education in our society. And whereas William Anderson Elementary has provided its students with a firm foundation upon which to base their future development, as well as a sense of community and belonging, which is instilled in each student through the school curriculum. And whereas William Anderson Elementary within the city of Lawndale and the Lawndale Elementary School District has been recognized by the California Department of Education as one of 336 schools receiving the 2025 award. And now, therefore, be it resolved by Senator Laura Richardson on this 17th day of April 2025, that she takes great pride in drawing special public attention to William Anderson Elementary for its selection as a California Distinguished School, applauds the administrators, faculty, and staff members of the school on their untiring commitment to improve curriculum and meet the special needs of students, and commends the students for their determination and commitment to achieve according to their highest potential. And it's signed by Ms. Laura Richardson, member of the Senate 35th District.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah, I think all the staff from Anderson should be in it, and I think the board and the superintendent should be in it. It's your call, if your call about Superintendent Castro, it's your decision.
We need all the teachers in there first, though. All the pieces inside. Congratulations. You guys did it first. Celebrating.
We have parents, but we'll take another photo with parents as well. Okay, give us a chance.
Yes, you. It's your hard work in the classroom that got you this.
Well, how about we do this? We'll do this and then we give the families.
Okay.
And you get in if you need to. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely, no worries.
Squatting down in the front. I can't do that. There you go. So we can see, there you go. That looks good.
You gotta get in here. The senator is gonna be looking for you in the photo. Yeah. You're in the photo, right here. Oh, sorry.
Dr. Ho? She invited you to your box.
We need a bigger well. We need a bigger well. Okay, looks good.
Okay, yes, students and families, Anderson families and students, please come back. The Andersons, por favor, acompáñennos. Eric, wanna play this? Come on, come on. You might have to. You might have to get real close. Yes, yes.
Oh, my goodness, wow, we're so proud of you guys, and this one. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You're very.
So those of you who don't want to stay,
Well, they have the spotlight, so they.
right, I
They're
don't
part
know
of
who's
it.
staying for the spotlight and who is not, but if you're not staying for the spotlight and you have homework to do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Dr. Ho, we could hang meat in this room.
It's so cold.
We could hang meat in this room.
We need to go back to it.
Yes, I'm there. Roll call.
President Coronado, Trustee Kathy Burris, and Trustee Ann Phillips are all present. Virginia Castro, Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Howard Ho, and Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services are present. We have 26 in-person guests, 5 on YouTube and 0 on Zoom.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move.
Thank you, Trustee Phillips. And a motion by Clerk Burris. I'm just gonna call you trustee, is that all right? Trustee Burris, seconded by Trustee Phillips to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor, please vote on your devices. Sure. Ms. Haddogy, do you want a hand count?
Oh, no, there it is.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries 3-0. Communication.
Thank you, President Coronado. So at this time, it's my honor to present our school spotlight for this evening, and that is William Anderson Elementary School. And I just want to acknowledge all the staff members in the audience for all of your hard work. And it has been amazing to see you grow and collaborate together and always do what's best for kids. I am beyond proud. I'm sorry I got emotional earlier, but reading those words just brought your labor to light. So I'd like to introduce back to the podium Mr. Kevin Coronet and Assistant Principal Ms. Sarah Diaz.
Well, good evening once again, school board, our district leadership team, and all of our guests here in person and at home. Today, I'm accompanied by my ranger buddy, Assistant Principal Mrs. Sarah Diaz, and we are incredibly grateful and excited to have the time and space this evening to showcase Anderson Elementary, a 2025 California Distinguished School.
Where the dolphin was tonight.
Here we go.
Just.
All right, tonight we are accompanied by a small but mighty fellow team of Dolphins. I consider this team to be a Tier 1 Special Operations Task Force of educators. These are the best of the best of the best, the tip of the spear. These teachers, teacher leaders, parents, social workers, they not only represent our greater Anderson school community who's not here with us tonight, they represent Lawndale. Many of these teammates, they are Lawndale residents and or have children attending our Lawndale schools. Tonight, we'll be showcasing many of the accomplishments, some of our innovative strategies, and also our areas for growth through the lens of our 4 district goals. And I'll be kicking things off tonight with goal 1, which is increasing academic achievement. Our Anderson team decided to highlight our use of iReady for goal number 1. We use iReady to support data-driven instruction at the school, grade level, classroom, small group, and individual student level for student learning. As Dolphins, we pride ourselves in strong data-driven instruction for Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 systems of support, and iReady allows us to do that effectively and efficiently. We've also learned through our work with PLCs that as leaders, we need to celebrate the things that we want to see more of. The way we celebrate learning with our students, to name a couple, are iReady acknowledgement and celebration ceremonies. There on the screen, you can see Plory, the iReady alien mascot, who actually joined us from outer space to deliver certificates of achievement for our students who crush their growth goals or their stretch growth goals. We also spiced up our morning announcements at Anderson this year. On Fridays, we shout out students who achieved the most number of iReady MyPath lessons in reading or math for specific grade levels. Those students then did to come down to the main office, proudly slap on an iReady sticker, and smack the coveted Whoa button to celebrate their growth. This is not only a way to celebrate learning, this is a way to boost student ownership of learning, which is something we value. This year, we also tried something new. We rewrote the SIPSA goals as a school team in partnership. We focused on iReady exclusively for goal number 1 because it allowed for every grade level team to contribute to our school goal, whereas SBAC is grades 3 through 5. And it gave us the data we needed to celebrate our goal or figure out what needs to change moving forward before the school year ended. What that looked like is each PLT or grade level team created a SMART goal for both math and reading for where they would lead their students to proficiency throughout the end of the year after completing 3 iReady assessments. We then took those grade level goals and we combined them into our school goal, which is in our SIPSA for goal number 1. I'm proud to announce on behalf of our school team that we already know that we beat our goal. Through iReady, we finished iReady diagnostic number 3, and there's our results. For reading, we reached a 52% proficiency. Our school goal was 48%, where students started at 26% proficiency at the start of the year. For math, our students started at 13%. Our school, using our grade level goals, was to triple that to 36%, almost triple. We then earned a 41% for math, which we're really proud of. What's not on the screen is, of course, the breakdown by grade levels. And what's most inspiring and promising is the fact that our youngest Dolphins are almost all green. It's amazing. And that means that if we keep this momentum up moving forward, which we will, we're going to see the achievement gap continue to close and continue to see proficiency across all grade levels. Next, I'm going to be passing it over to 2 of our Journeys teammates who are going to be talking a little bit about goal number 2.
Good evening, Cabinet and board members. I am Carlin Ritter. I am the Journey's 2nd through 5th grade teacher.
Good evening, I'm Rebecca Kim, the Journey's speech pathologist.
Journey serves the Lawndale TK through 5th grade students with severe intellectual disabilities. Often our students are medically fragile and they need intensive and moderate support with adaptive living skills. They are amazing kids and they benefit greatly from inclusion opportunities that we've been working very hard on. They like to participate with their peers in library, PS Arts, PE, and field trips and classroom opportunities as well. This benefits our students' success for independence, leadership, and social skills. I can't tell you how amazing and heartwarming it is to walk into one of these great and wonderful programs and see our students right in the middle with their peers. They are participating and they are interacting with their general ed peers. It's really amazing, and these are wonderful programs. Thank you.
In our Journeys program, we utilize many different innovative practices. So we want to ensure that we're addressing the needs of the children as a whole. So whether we're incorporating sensory-rich activities like swings and sandboxes and music, or incorporating AAC devices to give our non-speaking students assist communication. We try to be very creative in the way that we celebrate and also support their unique needs. Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Marilyn Gill, and I am the ELERT at Anderson Elementary. I support our students, teachers, and families of our English language learners. At Anderson, ensuring our emerging bilingual students have access to high-quality education is a core value. We support our emerging bilingual students through integrated and designated ELD. We uplift students that are on the cusp for reclassification in our LPAC club and celebrate their achievements at our annual reclassification ceremony. We also engage and empower our families through our growing ELAC community. Tonight, I'd like to highlight our growing newcomer program at Anderson. We are proud to currently support over 45 students who have been in the country for less than 3 years. Supporting our newcomers is a true team effort. From our staff to our teachers, we create welcoming, inclusive classrooms. Our students receive targeted language instruction in our Newcomer Academy, reading support in the Literacy Center, and social-emotional support from our school social work team. To help share this experience, I am honored to introduce one of our students that I've worked very closely with, our amazing 4th grade newcomer student, Micaela Ijar Gonzalez.
My name is Micaela Ijar Gonzalez. I am the 4th grade in Mrs. Frank's class. I am from Peru and have been in the United States 1 year. When I started at Anderson, I went to language lab to practice my English. Now I'm working to my reading in literacy center. I also went to Newcomer Academy this summer. One thing I love about Anderson is the teachers help me a lot and I learn in English. I also love the cheerleaders at Anderson Rap. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Judy Barrera, and I'm the PTA president and also the ELAC representative. This year, we have the opportunity to have many family engagement. As you can see on the slides, last month, our school held a cultural night after several years without organizing one. Parents had the opportunity to host a table representing their culture. I had the honor of representing my country, Peru. This experience allowed me to share my roots, not only with my son, but also with many other families in our school community. I am very grateful for the support this administration provides to the PTA and the parents. Thank you for continuing to foster these spaces that strengthen our identity and community. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. I am Viana Resendez, the Anderson School Social Worker. I'm excited to share the progress we made at our school aligned with District Goal 3 with the focus on attendance and PBIS initiatives. Last school year, our site had an 18.7 chronic absenteeism rate, which places us in the yellow tier on the state dashboard. While there is still room for growth, I want to highlight that this reflects a 6.6 improvement from the previous year. Our average daily attendance was 93.80%, and this year our goal is to increase that to 95%. To improve attendance, we launched a number of new initiatives that focus on consistency, motivation, and family engagement. Some include monthly attendance challenge and spirit weeks to make attendance fun and school spirit a priority, weekly START meetings with families to build individualized support plans, a post-SART incentive where students who attend 25 consecutive days on time receive a prize and certificate, monthly perfect attendance certificates and celebrations for students who've shown improvement, random attendance raffles during our school announcements, and even dance party Thursday mornings to bring joy to the start of the day. We also created our Sunrise Club, which is a Friday morning club for students who were chronically absent. If they attend school Monday through Thursday, they earn access to music, games, and connection time. On the PBIF side, we've grown our team to include a general education teacher, a special education teacher, a learning center teacher, our assistant principal, school social worker, classified staff member, a parent, and even a student, Derek. Ensuring our decisions reflect voices of our entire school community. We also rolled out some exciting additions this year. Our very first PBIS store, where students can redeem scholarships they earn for following the Dolphin Way, our school-wide behavioral expectations. These scholarships have been so meaningful that students have even gifted one back to me for being kind and following the Dolphin Way. So those moments really show the impact. We've continued our monthly award assemblies, classroom raffles for Dolphin tickets, and we provide trophies to the classes with the best attendance and most improved attendance each month. We also introduced Fantastic Cards, which are positive postcards teachers mail home to students, helping to build stronger partnerships with families. And to boost visibility and spirit, we provided all staff with Dolphin Way t-shirts. And students who receive the Citizenship Award during any trimester will earn one as well. All of these efforts are working toward one goal, creating a culture where students and families feel connected, celebrated, and excited to be part of the school community. Thank you for your time and continued support as we work to make every day count for our students.
Good evening. Our students have also been participating in track, technology, robotics, engineering, and coding in various ways. Our students participate in Makerspace once a week. Their students are creating, collaborating, communicating, and thinking critically as they build 21st century skills. In addition, this year, our students have had the opportunity to attend field trips to extend their academic learning. Students have gone to the California Science Center, the Columbia Memorial Space Center, the Dominguez Rancho Adobe Museum, and others. Students have enjoyed seeing and learning about various concepts they have learned in school outside of their classroom. We would also like to thank our Anderson PTA for funding our field trips. And our big school highlight, which I know we had big moments this evening, is that we were recognized as a 2025 California Distinguished School. As previously mentioned, we were one of 336 elementary schools in California to receive this special recognition. We were recognized for closing the achievement gap, for having demonstrated exemplary growth for student groups that have experienced persistent achievement gaps, and also have demonstrated strong overall academic outcomes for all students. We are all at Anderson very proud of our students, teachers, and classified staff for all their hard work. Thank you.
We could have ended on that wonderful slide, but my name is Linda Park. I'm both a teacher and a parent of one Anderson alum and two current Dolphins. They're sitting right behind me. I've had the chance to see our school from both perspectives, and I appreciate the ongoing efforts and support for the students and staff. The overall school culture has improved, including stronger parent engagement and a noticeable shift in our staff morale. Our staff is energized and remain deeply student-focused in everything we do. So one way we're supporting students is through the multi-tiered system of supports, which helps us address academic, behavioral, and social-emotional needs in a more targeted and intentional way. We're also working as a professional learning community, or our PLCs, which is a collaborative group of educators who share a commitment to improving student learning. And to support that work, we've established a guiding coalition with teacher leads at each grade level to help keep that collaboration focused and consistent. I'm incredibly proud to work alongside such dedicated and talented teachers and staff who are rising to the challenge every day, supporting one another, and keep our focus exactly where it belongs, on the students. Thank you.
Thank you to our board president, our board members, and also our school cabinet members. At this time, we would like to thank everyone for being here for our spotlight. And at this time, are there any questions from board members, cabinet?
Trustee Phillips? Trustee Burris?
No questions, just thank you so much for taking the time to give us all this information and show us your wonderful kiddos and families. It really looks like you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Very proud of you.
Well, this is a night of firsts for me. I've never had a student sit in my chair or sit in the superintendent's chair. So what I'm about to do is another first. I don't want to stop. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to give it back to Superintendent Castro.
Thank you. I just noticed that there's another student leader in the audience. Giada Park is also part of the Superintendent's Leadership Council. So I just wanted to make sure that she's acknowledged because Derek, you might have some competition in the future. Thank you all for being here. Again, we are so very proud of you. And I do believe that Anderson is the first because we're going to see more California Distinguished Schools in our district. I truly believe that. But thank you so much for all you do.
Trustee Phillips, did you want to say something now?
You know, for those that we hear about in the news and stuff who criticize public education these days, I challenge them to come to Anderson and see what's really going on in public education. Thank you so much.
Talk to Derek. That's all I gotta do is talk to Derek.
Okay, I think if you need to leave to do homework or to get ready for tomorrow's lessons or spend time with your family, I won't mind if you leave. I don't think the board would mind either. Thank you all for coming tonight. We're going to take a 5-minute break.
Congratulations, Ben.
Come back to order from recess at 6:14. We'll continue with communication. Superintendent Castro.
Thank you, President Coronado. So tonight's festivities are not over. And all the good news that's coming out of Lawndale is not finished yet. Because I am so proud to present the Ed Services team and other members, some principals, and our new community schools coordinator, who's also, wait, she's been approved, right? Yes, yes. Like, uh-oh. Miss Emily Lay, who's still serving as Rogers principal. And I just want to share a little quick story and give Dr. Julie Kane a shout out. So we've talked to the board about the challenges that teachers, and we have one on our board, kids coming from COVID, and learned a new term from this team, bunker babies, and the effects that COVID had on our little ones. So it's been a challenge, not just for Lawndale, but for all districts. And Dr. Kane visited a school site down in San Diego, and I'll let her tell, because I don't want to destroy your story, but I'll let her share, and came back with this idea and approached Dr. Pamilia, and then they presented it to cabinet with this dynamic group that you're going to see tonight. And they pitched this program to our district. So tonight it is my pleasure to introduce this team that is going to be sharing a very exciting opportunity that we have at Lawndale to address the needs that we have and to continue partnering with our parents and our school district so that we can continue having the accolades that we just had earlier. So Dr. Pamilia, did you want to take it over from here?
Thank you, Superintendent Castro. And my job here is to introduce Dr. Julie Kane, who will get us started.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to share a small idea that has blossomed into a full force because of the team that you see here. This is our full team so far. The only one who could not be here tonight is Dr. Tia Belt-Brown, who's on spring break with her children. But to give you some context, the seed of this project came out of an article in the AXA newsletter over the summer. There was an article about a program down in La Mesa Spring Valley School District about a really innovative parent empowerment program that was tackling some of these really challenging behaviors we've seen post-COVID in a lot of our littles coming in. And I read it and I said, you know, Dr. Pamilia, I think this is something we might want to think about, but it was still summer, we were thinking. And then as September rolled around and I was working with our staff, as I always do, to roll out our leveling for ELD, I was going around to the kindergarten teams across the district, and I was getting a lot of, Julie, I'd love to do this, but we're in crisis mode right now. I can't, we have behavior, we have these things that are happening, we need support. And I said, well, yeah, I have an idea of something that could help you, and we're gonna teach ELD. We are gonna do this, but we worked out some stepping stones to help them. Because as you know, as a teacher, you know, if your kids aren't with you, there's no need to start teaching something. They're not going to learn it, right? So I brought this idea to Dr. Tia Belt-Brown at preschool, and she was super excited. And then we double teamed Dr. Pamilia again and said, we need to go visit this program because it's down in San Diego. It's just a short drive away. And coincidentally, Dr. Pamilia was attending an AXA conference down there anyway. So we all three went and observed the program, which you'll hear more about as we present. The children weren't in session, but we got to see the facilities and got to walk with the director of the program and hear about all the good work that happens and all the good things that they are doing. And this is a program that actually was created in Tennessee, believe it or not, over 50 years ago. It is a research-based, highly replicable, successful program that reroutes with serious intervention for our little ones, children who are on the path towards special education for behavior. But what caught my eye, and the reason why I'm at this podium, is because it was a parent empowerment program. And I said, that's the piece we're missing, because when teachers are working so hard during the day and then they send the child off to home, with these strategies in place. And if the parent is not clued in and is not a partner in this, then that child returns the next day with the same behaviors they entered the day before, right? So this is a really impactful piece that we want to bring to you. I kept recruiting, and then we went down to AXA in January for the Every Child Counts Symposium, and I dragged Miss Slay and I dragged Miss Dr. Zico Johnson with me and said, hey, you need to come see this. You need to come see this. And we got to see it actually in action, where they had littles, and we got to, well, as we were driving over, Tia asked me, what do you hope to see that get out of this? I'm like, I want to hook Crystal because she understands early little people behavior, and I need her to see how this works. And I said, Tia, what do you want to see? She said, I want to see it in action. I want to see a little one go through the whole process of having a full-blown tantrum and then how they repair that situation. And both of our dreams were met because we got to see in action this little one frustrated because he was supposed to write his name and he wrote it backwards instead of straight across. And we got to see the training that the parents had undergone, that the staff there was doing, and they were able to help this little one go from trying to lift a table and throw chairs and do that full-on thing that has often derailed whole campuses for us, and it takes all our admin staff and whatnot. And because of the power of this training, that child went through the full process, made amends, apologized, cried it out, identified his emotions, and was back with his classmates in 15 minutes. And we were just amazed. So we are here super excited to share with you. So I will stop giving you the overview and I'll let our team talk about the specifics. But just to give you an overview, we've made a connection to community schools and how this all fits together. We want to share with you the needs assessment that was done to say, why do we think we need this program? We'll tell you more actual facts about how this program works, and then the progress we've made so far and the next steps that we'd like to take. So with no further ado, I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Emily Lay to take us through community schools.
Good evening. I will start with the community schools. Let me go. So as you know, through our community schools grant, we continue to support the whole child. And that is through the 4 pillars of the grant, which is integrated student supports, expanded learning time and opportunities, active family and community engagement, as well as collaborative leadership practices. So within that, we started with all schools, FDR's implementation plan. And so within that implementation plan, we did a needs assessment. And within the needs assessment, we found 2 needs. And that was student behavior and support, as well as family engagement. So then that led us to creating our goal. And what is our goal is to implement an early intervention program for our TK students and kindergarten students, which supports families with children experiencing challenging behaviors at school and at home and even in the community. So we utilized some data points, and one of the data points is last year within 2023 and 2024, you can see we had about 56 referrals. And of those referrals, 50% were from Roosevelt. Then come this year, 24-25, by January when we took that snapshot, there were already 43 referrals and 20% were from Roosevelt. So that definitely showed a need within the data to implement this plan at FDR, at Roosevelt. So what is the Parent Empowerment Program? It is an evidence-based early intervention program for our TK and kinder families with children that are experiencing behavioral challenges. It provides a support system and a safe environment for families to learn new strategies and effectively address the behaviors. And it creates a bridge between home and school. It's that connection where we have parent partnership, we have ownership and an active participant in their child's behavioral and emotional growth. And with that, so the basics are, this came out of, like Dr. Kane said, La Mesa, Spring Valley School District, and a parent empowerment group. And it was based actually through what was developed at Vanderbilt University. So what happens is the child attends the PEP classroom, and it happens about 2 days a week for 2 hours per session. And they're doing that in lieu of being at their school class. And they receive targeted intervention instruction on skills needed in order to support their emotional regulation. And the parent or caregiver attends it with the child. And during that time, they receive training and targeted skills in order to support behavior plans to support their child. So now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Zico Johnson around the research.
Good evening, everyone. So the research is clear with behavior for a lot of our kids. So our team just wanted to note a little bit of what that research points us to, right? And it really was towards if we don't address aggression by third grade, it becomes a chronic condition, right? And it's more costly to not only our district, but our families and our students and their livelihood. So as the team has shared, this program is evidence-based and it's been in the making for 50 years now. And RIP, which is the program built by Vanderbilt, it influences children in the long term. It's a shortened program, right? It's not a very long program, and we'll get into some of the specifics in a moment, but it has long-term outcomes. And it's good for not only the student, not only our site-based teams, but it's good for our families. So it's essentially the identified missing piece of the mental health support that our families and our parent and our caregivers need in our district. So we all know Tier 1, it's offered to all of our families. There's our list there, right? FAMU, we have Bright Life Kids for our students. We have Lives in the Balance and active parenting of our teens. And then we know Tier 3, that's our RBTs and eventually the referral to our special education team. And we hope that we'll have this new Tier 2 level of support so that we don't have to get to that Tier 3 level of support. That parent empowerment program. And this keeps our students in the general education setting instead of rerouting them to special education. So a little bit more about PEP, or our Parent Empowerment Program. It really just gives us that added support and that added layer for our families. And again, it's for our students with or without IEPs. It targets many different strategies. Our parents receive a lengthy training on social emotional strategies. So really looking at that counseling level of support for our families. It also gives them training on applied behavioral analysis so that our families aren't in the dark about what our special education teams normally do. It gives them hands-on support through something called parent-child interaction therapy, or PCIT, which essentially is live coaching through the challenging behaviors. Our students are set up in an observation room, and in that observation room, there is a therapist who's in their ear and providing them that direct guidance on how to respond to the challenging behavior in the moment, equipping them not only with the tools, but also guiding them through giving them the words when it's hard to find for them in that moment. We also would support our families through what we call our PEP classroom. As Ms. Lay said earlier, it allows coaching to happen twice a week to support our families with implementing SEL and behavior strategies in small groups. So it'd be with no more than 6 students at a time, and it provides support for them in 2 different settings. So the first setting that our students get that support in is what we call a scrubbed classroom. And essentially it is just the furniture in the room, a small carpet, so that they can practice some of those skills without the distractions that are in a typical preschool classroom. Once they're ready and they're showing some of those readiness skills and their ability to implement some of those strategies, the families transition to a typical classroom. It's in that same setting with no more than 6 students and the level of support of the PEP team, but they get to practice some of those skills in what would seem like a typical classroom for them. We also would, through PEP, provide support to our educators. So our general education classroom team has shared that they would love the coaching through the challenging cases, and through PEP, we would be able to support them through that. We would also be able to collaborate with them through preschool TK, gen ed classroom staff on, again, those same skills that the parents get trained in, they'd get that additional training in as well. So those SEL strategies, the ABA strategies, as well as making sure that the strategies that are being used are appropriate to the development of the child. We'd also be able to partner with the site MTSS teams to help develop those plans before we even consider the referral to special education, especially for our students that are coming to us in TK and kinder or first grade without any prior early intervention services.
It over to our next member. Oh my gosh, look at the slide, getting started. I have to tell you, I am so thrilled. I am a huge advocate for early intervention and reaching our kids where they are and supporting our parents. So when I heard about this, I just have to tell you, felt like it was just a match. And so I'm eager to get started. And here are some of the things we'll need staffing wise and facilities. With regards to staffing, we need one program lead. A school psychologist is preferred. We would need 2 paraprofessional level staff to serve as case managers and classroom trainers. And the goal is to eventually hire, this is my favorite part, we're going to hire a graduated parent empowerment program leader that she's going to be able to teach this to a fellow parent, that's the empowerment piece, right? And I think making sure our facilities are well suited for the work that we want to do with our families. We're going to need 1 mini classroom. It's going to be a reset space. There's going to be an observation room, which does entail the glass kind of double-sided mirror, a staff work area, the parent work area, and of course, restrooms that are conveniently located nearby. And then I'll pass it over to Julie so she can talk about funding.
So you might
Okay,
wonder.
Howard, listen up.
We practiced this one on him earlier, so because you might wonder, how does one pay for something like this? Because it all sounds great, but let's face it, things aren't inexpensive. The seed of this grant, this idea also came from, we have received a grant from Providence that specifically is for targeting mental health issues. And so I pitched it to Providence and said, I think this would be a good use of your funding. And they were on board with that. So that's enough to get us off the ground, but we recognize this needs to be sustained over time. So we are introducing the term of braided funding for sustainability, and that we have multiple grants. You'll notice nothing on this list is from the general fund. None of it is our normal funding. They're all supplemental funds that we bring in that we believe can help sustain this program over time. And more specifically, so for staffing, one of the things we do have to pay for is the training, right? So we're putting together a contract with the Tennessee Department of Health's Regional Intervention Program because they provide the training, both for the lead, who would be our psychologist on special assignment, and for the behavior intervention techs, so that they can implement a very standardized, practiced, research-based, successful program and teach it to our parents. And then for facilities, I told you guys I was eager about this. So we've already identified a space on our Roosevelt campus for this parent empowerment program. And we've identified surplus furniture at Rogers Middle School so that we can use it in this space. And we are planning on purchasing pre-K, TK, kinder appropriate furniture and materials for our young learners.
Where's the space?
It's going, any questions? Yes, the space is going to be in room 20, where it is currently housing our TK classroom. From our TK teacher. So I know that this validates a lot of some of the challenges, and honestly, it succinctly is going to address the need head on. So we're thrilled. Any other questions for our team?
Trustee Phillips?
I may be reading this wrong, but it sure seems like a lot of the funding is going towards staff. What kind of manipulatives and stuff do you need for the children?
Oh gosh, I'm going to defer to Dr. Kane for that.
Sure. As Dr. Zico Johnson was explaining, we have a scrubbed room, which is the room that is essentially a rug, a kidney table, and chairs.
Right.
Right, because we want to introduce things slowly. And then we have a room that is a bit more typical, but again, we bring out pieces a little bit at a time. So what we've ordered is some of the TK essentials, like the dress up area or the little kitchen. So they learn how to make choices, how to share materials, how to put things away when time is up, all the things where frustration might happen. So we do have minimal funding. Part of our excitement about using Denise's room is it already has a glass office in the space. So all we need to do is spend $20 on one-way mirror tape on the window, and we have an observation room. So the expenses are really quite minimal in getting our facilities up and running. And did you want to add anything to that?
The only thing I was just going to add is that the focus of the program is on the learning to learn behaviors and not so much the academic piece, which is why there isn't so much cost on acquiring a curriculum or specific academics. It's practicing the skills of sitting in a circle time. Oh,
And
sorry.
also manipulators can be distraction.
Yes. Yep. The focus in the majority of the program is spent in the scrubbed room.
Okay. And just for our sake, because we're not the brightest, well, I'm not the brightest person up here. In the future, when you put together this really good presentation, can you add a page that has what all the acronyms mean? Because I'm not sure I know ABA and BST, CYBHI, all that. That would really help us out to understand what the programs are. Thank you. I mean, a separate page to help us to do that.
Thank you. Trustee Burris?
Wow, I can see why you're so excited. It's probably something we've really needed to address, and I'm so happy that our little ones are coming in and gonna learn the proper way to continue on, because as they continue to get older, the problems just get bigger and bigger. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate all your work. It sounds exciting. So.
My light on.
Her lights on.
Yes. So now that I thought about it a little bit, sorry, I shouldn't ever do this. Thank you, Trustee Burris, Clerk Burris, whoever you are. Because addressing this when the children are young is going to just help them to be able to handle problems in life when they get older, instead of hitting someone or doing a violent act or going to Delma Mall and breaking up all the stores and stuff like that. And so this isn't just a Lawndale issue. This is nationwide too. And I just think it's going to make a better place for all of us, and especially starting young. We all know there are problems in life even as adults. And so being able to have that skill implanted in the children at a young age is only going to help our community and hopefully the world a little bit better. So thank you.
Okay, so we're planning on implementing this next school year?
Yes.
So when will the training start and when will it be? And what about parents who can't attend the training and need to?
So I'll take them one question at a time. So we are, I've lost track of the first question.
When will it start?
Training will start as soon as we have the people in place. So the positions that we have created will be coming to you next month for approval. Once those are approved, then we'll fly the positions. Once we have those people in place, then we will set them up for the 40-hour training with RIP. It's via Zoom, so we do not have to travel to Tennessee, so that is good. And we want to get this started as soon as possible because we want our littles to start off successfully. And also, just as has been mentioned, but this is a tremendous program for parents, and there's lots of testimonials from those who have graduated about the isolation they have felt when no one wants to have a play date with their child. Their own relatives don't want to associate because this child is challenging, so they become much more empowered as a parent. And also they have testimonies from the teachers, who many with years of experience doubting, like, I thought I was a great teacher and now I don't know what to do. I need help. So this brings everybody to feel more empowered to do their job, a parent to really feel like they can, enter into the community and not feel shamed or, pushed away by others. And also our littles to learn how school works and be successful. So it's a win for everyone.
And what about parents who cannot attend because they work and I know they don't want to see the teacher's phone number on their phone while they're at work. It's like, now what?
Well, a wonderful thing that the coordinator in La Mesa Spring Valley does is she fills out FMLA paperwork for the family and says, this is therapy for your child. It is learning for you. It is for a short-term basis, and really talking about how often are you pulled out of work right now because of the modified day for your child or the issues that you're having. We also look to in the future, once this program starts to grow, to look to offer a later afternoon one, because we recognize that it's not always easy for folks. But for our pilot, we're going to start small. It'll be during the school day, and then we hope to expand it because we're piloting at at Roosevelt, but we want it to be offered to any family who needs it across our district.
How long will the trainings be? Weeks, months, what?
Typically, it's for the family participating anywhere between 3 months and 9 months, depending on the severity of the behavior and the work that needs to be done. But as soon as one family graduates out, the next one on the waiting list is brought in.
And how long are the actual training sessions?
It's 2 hours, 2 days a week.
2 hours, 2 days a week. Okay. Well, having personal experience right now with a child that I don't know what to do with, and every strategy right now that I've thought of, I don't have the support where I work like this. So I commend you all for doing this. And Julie, I guess us paying for those educational magazines paid off.
There are nuggets out there. If you find them, you got to run with them. Once seen, you can't unsee it. You have to act on it.
So I appreciate it very, very much. And if you can think of things like right now to share with me next week, I'll be happy.
I'll pull on my contacts in Tennessee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we have no correspondence, is that correct?
Correct.
And superintendent report.
Okay, so in honoring and celebrating our library month, we shared some pictures of the festivities. We had Smith's Family Book and Breakfast event, and I just wanted to share some of these moments with the board. And some of us had the opportunity to go read at Roosevelt. And Dr. Ho is there, Alberto Paredes is there. I'm right there with the kids. Dr. Pamilia was there. Some of the Ed Services team went too, and it was a great time. So this was our last Superintendent's Council meeting. You can see our fabulous leaders in there. And we had 30 students who participated. On our last day, we invited the parents and we honored them with a certificate. And I was happy because the kids were sad, so that meant they had a good time. They didn't want to see it end. But you saw some of the products that, participated in this, and I'm not taking credit, but I had the joy of sharing some of these kids and their talents. And I can see that they're going to be the future leaders of our world. So it made me very happy to participate with them and to provide them the space where we can improve our district. And the last meeting, they had a chance to learn about RAP, and they even gave their input to RAP. And they have a lot of input to give these children. And finally, career day at Adams and Rogers. I had a chance to speak at Rogers. And how do I compete with a horse? Like, seriously? So I think that's why they always give me the youngest kids, because I can impress the 6th graders better than the 8th graders. The 8th graders get patrol officers on horses, equestrian patrol, and they get the forensic scientists and the superintendent, poor 6th graders. But they were very gracious, and I know that Dr. Ho had the chance to share his life story as well, and he's alumni of Rogers, so that's always fun. And Dr. Cooper went as well, so some of the cabinet was participating. Dr. Camille, you were at the Smith event that day, so we had a divide and conquer. And then, of course, last night and the night before, we had our Adams and Rogers open houses. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend, but Dr. Pamilia was there representing our cabinet team. I understand Trustee Phillips was there, and it was a fabulous time, but I do appreciate staff sending pictures and sharing pictures with me. I'm very proud of both of our middle schools in showcasing the greatness that they're doing. And last but not least, we had, if you recall, we shared that we were chosen or sought out by a documentary production company hosted by Andy Garcia. And we were part of a script. And I do want to give a shout out to Liliana Martinez, our communications and community coordinator. She's just amazing. And she worked with this team and put it all together. And Dr. Kane, Dr. Pumilian, Dr. Ruelas, and I just shared all about the programs happening at Lawndale Elementary School. And we're not sure how they found us, but I guess they found the hidden gem of the South Bay. We're not going to be hidden for long because they were very impressed and it was fun. And I do want to share that Andy Garcia was not there. We did not have a chance to meet him, but he will be hosting this, and then we'll get the clip and we'll share it. But we had a chance to speak of all the programs that we offer to Lawndale and our focus on the holistic child, which tonight is a perfect example of what we do. We're just not about academics and data. We make sure that we remove barriers for all students. So it was very fun, and I do want to thank this fabulous team of colleagues that was there with me. Oh, one more, just kidding. Yes, this was added this morning because we had our first Lego League Challenge live stream. So shout out to our IT guys. But I do want to acknowledge the work of our Trek team, led by Miss Anne-Marie Moad, Seth Foster, Eric Mariscal, Aaron Black Johnson, and teachers Mr. Bedore at Adams and Miss Paracha from Rogers. Very competitive. I was there from the beginning. I did not see the winning team because I had a meeting, but I started getting texts as I told everybody, please let me know who wins. Congratulations to Adams. But it was amazing to see these kids not only build the robots, but program the robots to do an obstacle course and meet challenges throughout the way and accumulate points. And we had a team of student judges who took their job very seriously. And it was just an absolute blast. So proud to bring robotics to Lawndale, and our first of many Lego challenges. And I do want to acknowledge something that Eric said to the students, Eric Mariscal from Adams, when he was introducing the day. He made a comment and said, you guys are the future engineers. So we're going to keep this video because when you accomplish great things in life, we're going to bring you back and show you this video. That's where I started crying this morning. It was this morning that I'm, trying to not lose it in front of the staff. But it just re-emphasizes our purpose and why we're here. And we are producing the future engineers. And, with all the supports that we put in place, we're going to continue to see greatness come out of Lawndale. So just going to close by saying that was the first California Distinguished School of many. More to come. I can't share much, but I really, really want to because Tracy knows I can't keep secrets, but I'll have to turn off my mic.
All right, good evening, everyone. So on behalf of the business department, just wanted to share with everyone, Superintendent Castro touched on this earlier, had a chance to do a story time at FDR last week on April 9th, had a chance to read to Miss Mindy Hunter's second grade class. And the book that I read was Earth, my first 4.54 billion years. And it was an excellent experience. So earlier this week, our business department attended the CASBO conference, CASBO, California School Business Officials. It's an annual conference held, this year it was held in San Jose. A lot of them are probably on the way back now from the conference. Todd, myself, Myra, Lisette, and Carla all attended. We attended various workshops throughout the 3 days that we were there for. Workshops on IT, purchasing, procurement, food services, and budgeting. And so walked away with a lot of good information. And last but not least, just wanted to update the board on this project. The irrigation project at Adams and Green should be wrapping up shortly if it's not already done. The Rogers Anderson Park construction started recently last week. I want to thank the admin team and the staff there for their flexibility and apologize for any inconvenience that it has caused. But this was a long time coming. There was a lot of negotiating between the district and the city for months. And timing was something that we could not control. And so hopefully we are going to be seeing the completion of this project by July 18th.
Yeah, that's what they said about my kitchen.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So that's at the Rogers and Anderson Park? I'm sorry, but there are no comments from the audience. How are we going to do graduation at Rogers?
Good question. So we actually have been in touch with Principal Lay about this, and we do have a plan in place for the upcoming promotion. The plan is to hold promotion on the blacktop, and we've got some decorations that we will be adding to this year's promotion to spruce up the promotion venue for this year. But we do have a plan in place. It will be held at Rogers, but not on the track. It'll be held on the blacktop.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll be sharing with the board upcoming Friday letter in regards to what it's going to look like.
Perfect, thank you.
So going on, moving forward, just a very quick update on our community schools status. As we had said earlier in the year, our number one goal this year was to get people hired. So we had created the job description early in the year once we received the funding, and then we hired. So checked off here, we have our district community schools coordinator. So pleased to be welcoming Ms. Emily Lay to the team, who will be leading a fabulous team of 7 school site community schools coordinators. We went through some marathon interviews right before spring break, and every one of our principals, our school principals, were part of the interview so that they were able to choose and select the coordinator for their sites. And so those names will be coming up for approval in an upcoming board meeting. So you'll get to meet them shortly. Now, once they get started, they'll be starting right in the new school year. So we're already getting them started to go to some conferences to get them some extra training. One being the Community Schools Conference in Fresno, and another one at the MTSS conference in Anaheim or Irvine? Anaheim. So those are some of our summer activities as well. The August then, just to give you a heads up, what has to happen then is that the community schools, the site coordinators will set up shop at their respective sites. They'll be setting up their site advisory teams. And then they're going to look through what they had originally said that they needed through this needs assessment. But that happened 2 years ago, right? So what we need to do is say, is that still what we need? Let's engage and let's make sure and let's revisit and let's recommit to what we said we needed. There might be some tweaks. There might be some things that we need to do differently. So we're going to reestablish those priorities and then revise that budget based on those current needs. And then from then, we'll just be able to do the activities as planned in their implementation plans. So that is something that you can expect beginning at the beginning of the school year. All right. And then very finally, just another quick little blurb for coming up in the approval is the middle school ELD curriculum adoption. I do want to thank the Board of Trustees for reviewing some of the process in an earlier communication. And then I also have the materials there for the board's review if there's any questions. Just as a quick summary, it replaces our current discontinued ELD textbook series, and the team that included the teachers at both sites and the alerts chose Bridges by Vista Higher Learning. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Superintendent Castro?
Approval of minutes of the regular meeting of March 20th, 2025.
I'll move.
I'll second.
On a motion by trustee Phillips, seconded by trustee Burris to approve and to approve and to ratify the minutes, to approve the minutes of the meeting, the last meeting of March 20th, 2025. Any comments, changes, questions from the board?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Hearing none, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 3-0.
Madam President,
Yes.
I have a question. After the presentation, you allow the others to leave the room, and we have a second presentation. Can these ladies leave the room as well?
That would be entirely up to Superintendent Castro.
They're
I don't
looking really
think they
antsy.
want to leave them. They want to stay and listen to board business. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We're going to go on though. Is that okay? We're not trying to be rude. Okay.
Thank you.
Consent items. All items appearing under the consent items, SELPA consent items, superintendent action items, and SELPA superintendent action items are adopted by one single motion unless a member of the board or the superintendent requests that any such item be removed from the agenda and voted on separately.
Thank you, President Coronado. I'm bringing forth consent items 6.03 through and including 6.14 for approval.
I'll move.
Oh, I'll second.
On a motion from trustee Burris and seconded by trustee Phillips to approve and to ratify consent items 6.03 through 6.14. Any comments, questions, discussions from the board? Any highlights from the cabinet? And any particular items? Okay, hearing none, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 3-0. SELPA consent items.
I'm bringing forward SELPA consent item 7.03 through and including 7.05 for approval.
I'll move.
I'll second. Sorry.
That's okay. I kind of anticipated it. On a motion by trustee Phillips and seconded by trustee Burris to approve and to ratify SELPA consent items 7.03 through 7.05. Any comments, questions, discussions from the board?
No, ma'am.
Anything added from the cabinet? Hearing none, please vote on your devices. Superintendent Castro?
Thank you, President Coronado. I'm bringing forward superintendent action items 8.03 through and including 8.26 for approval.
I'll move.
I'll second.
On a motion by trustee Burris, seconded by trustee Phillips to approve and to ratify superintendent action items 8.03 through and including 8.026. Any comments, questions, discussions from the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Trustee Phillips?
On 8.07 through 8.12, can we please have a second reading of those for next board meeting? They all have to do with personnel, and I want to make sure I have a clear understanding. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions, anything the cabinet would like to highlight?
I just wanted to highlight resolution number 23, 24, 25, items 8 point, resolution number 24, 25, 26, 8.04, 8.05, 8.06, Next week, we'll be celebrating our Administrative Professionals Day, and I want to acknowledge and shout out to all of our administrative staff at the school sites and at the district office and in all of our departments. We'll be extending an invitation at the next board meeting to acknowledge them, as well as our after-school professionals week, which is also next week, and our public school volunteer week. So I just wanted to thank all of our partners and make sure that they receive the recognition that they deserve.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, please vote on your devices or on your device. Okay, I think we are down to item number 12, I'm sorry,
Just read out the. Carrie.
I apologize. What was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Motion carried 3-0. Okay, I think we're down to item number 12, board member comments, and I think the schedule says Trustee Burris, you are first tonight.
Oh, wow. Haven't been able to attend a few things. Not gonna go into all that, but I just want to say I really enjoyed the presentations tonight, both of them. They were, I'm excited about the PEP. And was really impressed with Anderson tonight. Very, very impressed. And like I said, like Bonnie, Trustee President Phillip, oh my goodness. President
Right.
President Coronado said Derek is going to be here very soon. That young man is awesome. So congratulations to Anderson, and looking forward to seeing the new PEP being implemented. That's it. Thank you.
Trustee Phillips?
Thank you. Congratulations to Anderson foremost. I believe Twain was distinguished school also many, many years ago. And so I'm asking if we're going to have that on the side of the building somehow. We usually put a big banner up there.
Yeah, Twain is already, oh, for Anderson?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so that people know that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I was doing some calculating. I'm so sorry. But you know, when you say they were one of 336 schools, you kind of go, oh, okay, that's, you know, a lot of schools and whatever. But there are 5,856 elementary schools in the state of California. And only 5.73 received this prestigious award. So we're really in a really elite group of schools to do that. When you look at the percentages, it means a lot. Ms. Burris, I believe you were at the Rogers Administration Building, the cutting.
I was, yes, you're right. I apologize.
But it was great. I love the counselors' rooms right now. They look more inviting than just running into the counselor's office and getting in trouble or whatever. It looks like the kids would be welcomed in there and given the right guidance, more so than punitive advice all the time. So I really appreciate that. I love the size also of the nurse's room, that if there's an emergency and EMT comes in, there's room for the stretcher to come in and stuff. So very impressed with the architect on that. As noted, I did attend Rogers and Adams open houses, packed in a different style this year. It wasn't going from room to room. They had the subjects all in one room, so the parents could go to one room for all the history, one room for all the art. At Rogers, I did not go to the cafeteria because I knew it was on math and I would stay in there all night long. But I saw the science, and they did like a mini science fair. They had about 5 different stations, and they were prepared to give us a demonstration on everything. I walked into the art room, and if you saw that bag up there of, what was it up there? It wasn't Fritos.
Doritos.
Those were about this high, and they did duplicates of all kinds of things. The Capri Sun was the most impressive because it was very big and it has the straw on it. I mean, the whole bit. So they did a great job, and I hope those will be at the Take Part Festival in May. And Adams, I got stuck in the math for a long time, but it was just impressive watching the students doing different things and then getting stickers and stuff like that. The garden looks beautiful at Adams. I can't remember the teacher's name who's in charge of it, but it's beautiful and the kids come out weekly. There's about 3 or 4 kids to each little container and they're taking care of flowers as well as the plants. I can see the cherry tomatoes coming up soon. Really, really impressive in getting the kids to be part of that. And I know from experience, I do not garden. Everything dies, even artificial plants die with me. But I know it was one of the ways that my father would always work on the weekends to get through the mental grind of working on the space program and things like that. It's really good for the mental health to be out there. I was also impressed that Centinela Valley was at both schools, passing out information. They had the Maker Fair coming up, unfortunately, the day of our parade, but it is open till 1 o'clock, so we can rush over there. I hope that's introduced to our children who are just doing the Lego thing, because there's a lot of hands-on technology at that fair for younger kids and older kids. And I understand, I forgot the flyer, but it's the first 600 get fed. So I don't have no idea what it is, probably hot dogs, but it's something. But I would probably, right after our parade, try to head over there and see what they're doing. It's at Hawthorne High School, by the way. So that goes on from, I think, 10 to 1 over there, but it's a great activity. I've gone to it in the past. Also, I found out that coming up, Lawndale High School has now partnered with El Camino College. And we know the kids can have dual enrollment at Centinela as well as El Camino, but they are now saying that Lawndale High, they can get it fast tracked. And when they graduate from high school, they can have a diploma and an AA degree in their hands at the same time. And so I believe they've come to Rogers and Adams to promote that, but that's something that I think our 2 middle schools should be aware of, that these kids can go to Lawndale High School and in 4 years have an AA degree as well as the diploma. I know it's been done for many, many years, but not at Centinela. So that's a good thing. And the last thing is really personal, but can we make sure that this board meeting no longer comes the week before Easter? This is a very important day in my faith, and I should be at church rather than here. So if we could, I'll try to look at the calendars closer to make sure it doesn't happen, but yeah, this is Holy Week, and I just missed out on it tonight. Thank you.
We can talk about that, the board evaluation. Okay, all right, thank you. Anything else? Anything else?
No, I'm tapped out.
Okay, thank you. The Anderson presentation, it's always great to have things coincide with being recognized by all of our state leaders and congressional leader, Maxine Waters. And thank you for the shirts. Nice to be able to represent on this side of the dais as well on the other side. I just have a couple things. I plan and intend to attend FDR's open house next Wednesday. I don't know what anyone else has got planned for next week, but you guys will decide, I'm sure. Okay. Something that I thought about, because I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I do strongly. It bothers me a great deal to see a flag hanging at night with no light on it. It's my Girl Scout training. I'm not sure. So I'm asking Superintendent Castro to talk with Cabinet about maybe getting a solar light that would shine on the flag, and then I don't have to worry about the flag hanging at night. What's that for?
Our flags don't hang.
No, I know.
Okay.
Because we don't have a light on them. But in the past, occasionally, sometimes once in a while, for whatever reason, they still hang. Trust me. Okay, and according to this magazine, California School News, it reminds me that we need ethics training. Do you know when that might happen, or?
we need to discuss dates with the board. We have until January 2026 to have that completed.
Okay.
That would be next January.
Okay. Okay, that's all I have. Is there any other business to come before the board? Therefore, we will adjourn at 7:08.